Hello, my name is Keshwani. That's K-E-S-H-W-A-N-I, Keshwani. I have been solving math problems for GRE out of this book here, preparing to take the GRE General Test, the 10th edition. If you do not own this book already, purchase one immediately. The problem that I'm about to solve is the one that you're going to find on page number 302, quantitative comparison questions, hence the QC, quantitative comparison, number 14. There are 15 of them altogether, the penultimate one. Look it up and learn it if you wish. P-U-N-U-L-T-I-M-A-T-E, penultimate, second to the last. It's important that you have the book in front of you so that you can follow my work. Read the problem with me. Don't just depend on what I do here, because I don't have the luxury of putting the entire problem on the blackboard. So I'm going to read it to you and make sure you have the book in front of you and read it with me. It says, in the rectangular coordinate plane, so we have a rectangular coordinate plane. So that's the first thing I'm going to take care of. Let's make it here. Where is your rectangular coordinate plane? It's important that that you take the time to actually draw the points the way they are given as accurately as possible. Because if you do a sloppy job, the question is going to become much harder. It's a very simple problem as long as you do a decent job of drawing the picture. The picture is the key here. We are told that point P, Q, and R have coordinates 2, 3. So let's take care of P, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Right here, that's my P. Then I have Q, which is 5, 6. I'm going to skip that for the time being. And then R is 5, 3. As I was reading the coordinates, I realized that there is a 2, 3 and a 5, 3, which means that the y coordinates of point R, 5, 3. You see, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3. This was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here. That's your R, which means this is a horizontal line. Horizontal line of a distance of 3. Because this is 2, this is 5, so the distance from here to here is 3. And then where is Q? Q is 5, 6. So 5 and then 6. We're already up to 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Somewhere here. Right here is my Q. 5, 6. That's your Q. Again, I myself did not do a very decent job, because if it's 5, 6, this 5 has to line up in this 5. I did not do a very good job here. There we go. What I'm trying to point out is that we have on our hand our right angle triangle. Our right angle triangle PQR. PQR makes a right angle triangle. And how much is this from R to Q? Well, this was 1, 2, 3. Those were the coordinates of R, which was 5, 3. So this is 3, and those are the coordinates of Q, which is 5, 6. So from here to here is 3. Perhaps I'm making too much fuss about nothing at all. Anyway, the bottom line is that you have to do a decent job of drawing this thing so that you realize it's a right angle triangle. I don't know why 40% of the people will miss this question. That makes no sense to me. Only 60% got it right. The question simply is, which one is bigger, PQ or QR? PQ or QR? Well, let's take a look at it. Where is QR? Well, QR is straightforward. QR is 3. And since you can clearly see that PQR, triangle PQR, is a right angle triangle, is a right angle triangle, therefore Therefore, the distance P to Q, therefore, this means therefore, for those of you who do not know, this symbol means therefore. Therefore, the distance PQ is, therefore, the distance PQ is hypotenuse. I don't know how to spell hypotenuse. I know I should, but I don't. I don't care about the bloody thing. How it's spelled. It's hypotenuse. So what's the next step? If you're sitting there and immediately have this uncontrollable urge to use the Pythagorean theorem to figure out the hypotenuse, which is all fine and large, it's the good news that you know the Pythagorean theorem. But always keep in mind these questions are called quantitative comparison, which is why I make a point of writing down quantitative computation, and then I cross it out with a different ink to emphasize the fact that these are not called quantitative computation. You're not required to compute every little bloody thing that is presented to you. I'm simply asked to compare the two things. If I'm simply asked to compare the two things, then the fact that QR is 3, I don't even have to know this side. If one side in a right angle triangle, listen very carefully, if the one side in a right angle triangle we know for a fact is 3, which we do here, Q to R is 3, it doesn't matter what this side is. Even if this side was 1 or half or 0.1, wouldn't have mattered at all. Or 3 million, it wouldn't have mattered. If one of the sides in a right angle triangle is 3, then the hypotenuse of that right angle triangle, whatever the hell it is, has to be more than 3. Voila. This equals something more than 3. And of course something more than 3, it's got to be more than 3. That's all. You see, that's how ridiculous it becomes, and that's how simple it becomes. It becomes so simple and ridiculous that it actually sounds silly. Because what I just told you is that PQ, whatever the hell it is more than 3, and therefore something that is more than 3 has got to be more than 3. You see? It's a tautology. It's this. And again, if you don't know, look it up and learn it. It doesn't hurt. Always work on the vocabulary. It doesn't hurt. Even though you're doing the math, it does not hurt to expand one's vocabulary at the same time. Tautology was the word that I used. T-A-U-T-O-L-O-G-Y. Tautology is something that is true by definition. Something that is true by definition. And this is a tautology. A hypotenuse, if one side is 3, hypotenuse, whatever it is, has to be more than 3. And therefore, something more than 3 will be more than 3. Now I'm comparing the two columns. And therefore the answer is A. That's all. That's all. We're done. That was the end of the story. I hope you found it helpful. If you wish to get hold of me for personal private tutoring, I do face-to-face tutoring. I tutor over the internet through Skype. I also do quite a lot of tutoring over the telephone. Give it a try. People find it helpful. If you wish to get hold of me for any of those reasons, or for that matter, any aspect of your preparations having to do with GRE, go to my website at www.for4gre.com and send me an email. Or you can go to www.KeshwaniPrep.com and send me an email. Here's the other address, prep, for4gre.com. Alright, thanks.